Welcome to the Rare Moments in History YouTube channel. Photographs are more than just frozen moments. They're windows into the past, revealing stories that shaped our world. From triumphant breakthroughs and cultural shifts to moments of profound tragedy and resilience, these powerful images illuminate the path humanity has taken. In today's video, we'll journey through 50 photographs that capture pivotal events, unsung heroes, and extraordinary transformations. Each image is a testament to the incredible tapestry of human history. Stay with us to uncover the stories behind these snapshots of the past. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our channel for more awe-inspiring content about rare historical moments. In the 1930s, the early members of the Mickey Mouse Club gathered in an era where Disney's influence was just beginning to take shape. Clad in whimsical costumes and brimming with youthful enthusiasm, these children represent the dawn of a cultural phenomenon that would become synonymous with childhood joy worldwide. Amidst the icy Atlantic waters in 1912, survivors of the Titanic tragedy climbed aboard the RMS Carpathia. Their faces bore the shock of narrowly escaping death, while the ship's crew worked tirelessly to provide solace. This haunting moment captured the resilience of the human spirit in the face of an unimaginable disaster. In 1982, Beirut's Green Line stood as a stark reminder of the Lebanese civil war. Once bustling streets were overtaken by overgrown vegetation, symbolizing how nature reclaims spaces ravaged by human conflict. This eerie photograph immortalizes the fragility of urban life amidst division and destruction. A crowd gathered before Rome's iconic Colosseum in 1897, marveling at the enduring grandeur of this ancient amphitheater. Against the backdrop of a changing world, the structure stood as a silent witness to centuries of history and human endeavor. The control room of the German UB-110 submarine, photographed around 1918, showcases the ingenuity and precision of wartime engineering. The cramped and intricate space gives a glimpse into the lives of those who operated these underwater vessels during World War I. A family in Spokane, Washington, posed beside their automobile in 1913, embodying the optimism of an era defined by technological progress. The car, a symbol of newfound mobility, represented the possibilities of modern life, even in the most remote corners of America. The Gadget, photographed in 1945, was the world's first atomic bomb. Its imposing form marked the beginning of a terrifying new chapter in human history, where science and destruction became inextricably linked. On August 13, 1961, an East German soldier assisted a young boy in sneaking across the Berlin Wall. This tender act of defiance against political oppression highlighted the human cost of division and the enduring power of compassion. In 1946, Gloria Gordon-Bolotsky and Esther Gersten worked on the ENIAC, the world's first computer. Surrounded by massive panels of wires and switches, these pioneering women were instrumental in laying the foundation for the digital revolution. Passengers boarded a Pan Am Sikorsky S-40 airplane in 1932, marveling at the marvel of early aviation. The sleek aircraft promised a new age of global connectivity, revolutionizing how people experienced the world. During the Great Depression, an unemployed man stood before a billboard proclaiming the American way, juxtaposing the aspirational dream with the stark reality of economic hardship. This image underscored the struggles of ordinary Americans striving to find hope amid adversity. Apache leader Geronimo sat behind the wheel of a Locomobile Model C in 1905 at the Miller Brothers 101 Ranch in Oklahoma. This striking photograph captures the juxtaposition of indigenous resilience against the backdrop of a rapidly modernizing America. Albert Einstein emerged from his 72nd birthday celebration at Princeton University on March 14, 1951. His playful demeanor hinting at the humor and humanity behind one of the greatest minds of the 20th century. The pyramids of Egypt, captured from a hot air balloon in 1904, highlighted the awe-inspiring blend of ancient ingenuity and natural wonder. From above, these colossal monuments seemed even more timeless and enigmatic. In the 1950s, a group of greasers hung out outside a drive-in restaurant, epitomizing the rebellious spirit of post-war youth. The scene was steeped in rock and roll culture, a lifestyle defined by leather jackets, classic cars, and a carefree attitude. The Berlin Wall's fall in 1989 brought crowds together to dismantle this symbol of division. With hammers in hand and cheers of liberation, they marked the end of an era defined by Cold War tensions. A McDonald's menu from 1973 featured meal prices that are shockingly low compared to today. This snapshot is a nostalgic window into an era when the fast food giant was becoming a cornerstone of American culture, offering quick meals that defined convenience dining. A classroom of students in the 1970s diligently practiced typing, focusing intently on their teacher's instructions. The clacking of typewriter keys echoed a time when mastering this skill was an essential gateway to professional success. The Cowboy Trading Post in Arizona stood as a quirky roadside attraction, blending the ruggedness of the Wild West with a dose of Americana. Its eclectic offerings, Schlitz beer, Gila monsters and rattlesnakes, captured the spirit of mid-century roadside culture. In 1932, an unauthorized photo of the United States Supreme Court in session was covertly captured by Dr. Eric Salomon. Using a hidden camera, Salomon managed to immortalize this rare glimpse into the workings of the nation's highest judicial body. During World War II, British soldiers lifted an inflatable dummy tank in England around 1939. These clever decoys were a testament to the innovative strategies employed to mislead and outwit enemy forces during the war. In 1914, the Mona Lisa was triumphantly returned to the Louvre Museum in Paris after being missing for 2 years. Crowds flocked to see Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, celebrating its recovery as a national treasure. A crowd gathered in 1907 to watch the Cliff House in San Francisco burn to the ground. This famed resort, a landmark of California's coastline, went up in flames, marking the end of an era for a beloved destination. The Constantinople Gate in Nicaea, photographed in 1962, stood as a relic of Byzantine architecture and history. Its imposing structure reflected the grandeur of a city that once served as a vital cultural and political center. The French military airship République departed from Moisson in 1907. This photograph captures the romantic early days of aviation when airships represented the future of travel and warfare. A horse-drawn ambulance stood outside Bellevue Hospital in New York City, circa 1895. This poignant scene recalls an era when emergency medical services were in their infancy, relying on speed and strength of horses to save lives. In Copenhagen, Denmark, circa 1914, a group huddled over a map tracking developments in World War I. The tense atmosphere reflected the global uncertainty of a conflict that was reshaping nations and alliances. A daguerreotype of the brothers Grimm, taken around 1847, immortalized Jacob and Wilhelm, who brought German folklore to the world. Their serious expressions belied the imaginative tales that continue to enchant readers to this day. Anandibai Joshi, K. Okami, and Sabat Islambouli posed together in Pennsylvania in 1885. These remarkable women, pioneers in medicine, broke barriers by earning medical degrees in a time when few women were afforded such opportunities. American Arctic explorer Robert E. Peary, dressed in heavy polar gear aboard the SS Roosevelt around 1908, embodied the spirit of adventure and determination that defined the age of exploration. The detonation of a nuclear bomb during Operation Teapot on March 29, 1955, illuminated the Nevada desert with terrifying brilliance. This test was one of many that underscored the escalating power of the atomic age. The Signal Hill oil field in Southern California, photographed around 1937, showcased a dense forest of oil derricks. This industrial landscape symbolized the resource rush that fueled economic growth while altering the environment. In 1915, French troops marched past a dog wearing goggles and a pipe, a humorous yet poignant reminder of how animals were enlisted during World War I. These loyal companions played critical roles as messengers, guards, and morale boosters. Miners working 850 feet underground in the Hubert mine in Nevadaville, Colorado, in 1895, posed for a photograph amidst the harsh, dimly lit conditions of their dangerous trade. Their weary faces told stories of grit and perseverance. Loggers posed with the massive trunk of a giant sequoia tree in California around 1910. This staggering image of human ambition and nature's grandeur highlighted the tension between industrial progress and environmental preservation. An elevator parking garage in downtown Chicago, built by Westinghouse Electric and Manufacturing Company in 1936, amazed spectators with its ability to store 48 cars. This marvel of engineering epitomized the ingenuity of urban design in the early 20th century. An aerial view of Manhattan circa 1931 captured the island's dynamic skyline. Skyscrapers rose above the city like monuments to human ambition, framing an iconic portrait of New York's indomitable spirit. A crowded ship carried jubilant American soldiers home to New York Harbor in 1945 after the end of World War II. The sheer number of troops on board reflected the massive scale of the conflict and the relief of returning home. Goldie Williams, alias Mag Murphy, was arrested for vagrancy in Nebraska on January 29, 1898. Her mugshot, a stark portrait of hardship, gave a face to those who struggled on society's margins in the late 19th century. the Italian Alpine Regiment crossed a glacier in the Alps in 1916 during World War I. Their determined trek through the unforgiving landscape captured the brutal conditions faced by soldiers in mountain warfare. The control room of the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research in Dubna, Russia, photographed in 1959, symbolized the Soviet Union's dedication to scientific advancement during the Cold War era. Margaret Hamilton stood beside towering stacks of Apollo program code in 1969, a testament to her team's monumental efforts at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in enabling mankind's first moon landing. In January 1924, British archaeologists Alfred Lucas and Arthur Mace examined a statue from Tutankhamun's tomb. Their work in the Valley of the Kings uncovered treasures that reignited global fascination with ancient Egypt. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City, photographed circa 1900, was later demolished in 1929 to make way for the Empire State Building. This photograph captures the transient nature of architectural glory. In 1883, the Statue of Liberty stood in pieces under assembly in Paris, France. This iconic symbol of freedom, awaiting her journey to the United States, was a testament to Franco-American friendship. German Field Marshal August von Mackensen, photographed circa 1915, was one of World War I's most prominent commanders. His imposing figure, clad in a distinctive uniform, embodied the military traditions of the era. British soldiers with missing limbs gathered in wheelchairs at Roehampton Military Hospital in London around 1918. This somber image reflected the physical toll of World War I and the efforts to rehabilitate its survivors. A massive crowd flocked to Coney Island Beach on a hot summer day in 1940. This lively scene captured the communal joy of seaside leisure during a simpler time in American life. Female students in Port Washington, New York, created propaganda posters in 1942 to support the World War II effort. Their creativity and patriotism embodied the essential contributions of women on the home front. In 1918, 30,000 officers and soldiers at Camp Custer, Michigan, formed a massive human shield depicting the United States flag. This awe-inspiring display of unity and patriotism symbolized a nation's collective strength during wartime. Thank you for exploring these extraordinary snapshots of history with us. From triumphs and tragedies to quiet moments of resilience, these photographs remind us of the depth and complexity of the human experience. Which image stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments below and share your suggestions for future topics you'd like us to cover. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating glimpses into rare moments in history. See you next time.